So good morning, students. Once again, we continue with Act 1, Scene 2 of the Tempest, and let us continue from where we had left off in our previous class. So please take out your textbooks and please get ready for following whatever I am going to explain now, and everything will come up on your screen now. So please pay attention and please follow the text. So we are on page 46 of the Tempest, and Miranda has just seen Ferdinand, the Prince of Naples, and she is already amazed by whatever she has seen. She has never seen a man like Ferdinand ever in her life, and this is what Miranda goes on to say. I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble. So I could possibly consider this creature, talking about Ferdinand, as a divine thing, something very divine or godlike, because I have never seen anything so natural, anything natural look like this before in my life. So this is the first time I am seeing something like this. Now Prospero, who has actually very meticulously, very cleverly brought about this thing to happen, because he wants that his daughter should take a liking for Ferdinand, and that eventually the two should get married. So that is the reason why Prospero has done all this, and now Prospero is trying to make it a little difficult for Miranda and Ferdinand to get together, and that is why he speaks aside. And you already know what aside means. Asides are meant for the audience. These are not meant for the characters present on the stage. So Prospero speaks aside and he says, it goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. So it is happening as I can see, as my soul prompted it to happen. It is happening exactly like that. That is how I had wanted things to happen, and the things are happening that way. So Prospero says this, and then he says, Prospero is saying, spirit, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this. So he means to say that he is very happy and he will be freeing Ariel, the airy spirit, within a couple of days for having done exactly what Prospero had wanted. So he says that I am going to free you within another 2 days for doing this so well or so successfully. So in the meantime, Ferdinand is saying, most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend. Now Ferdinand has just had his eyes on Miranda, and Ferdinand is thinking that Miranda must be the goddess of the island, and the music which he had heard in the air must have been attending on this goddess, meaning to say the music which he followed, and by following the music he came to this place near Prospero's cell. This music must have been played in the honor of this goddess of the island. He considers Miranda the goddess of this island. And then he speaks to Miranda. He says, vouchsafe my prayer, may know if you remain upon this island. Please grant me my prayer. He is requesting Miranda to tell him whether she lives in this island, and requesting Miranda also to grant him his prayer, meaning to say that she should give response to the question that he is asking. So he says, vouchsafe my prayer, may know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give, how I may bear me here, my prime request. So he says that not only should you grant me my prayer by telling me whether you live in this island, also please guide me as to how I should be moving about, how I should be carrying myself around while I am in this island. So your instructions, your valuable instructions, proper instructions are also requested for. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh you wonder if you be made or no. And my last or the final request which I would like to make in this context is that I want to know whether you are a maiden, or not. So Miranda says, "No wonder, sir." So Miranda nullifies the remark of Ferdinand that she is a wonder. She says, "I am not a wonder. I am not a wondrous thing, or I am not a miracle," as explained alongside, you can see, but certainly a maid. But then the second part of your question is true. I am a maiden. And Ferdinand says, "My language, heavens!" Ferdinand exclaims when he hears Miranda speak, because he hadn't expected that in this unknown island, this maiden should speak in a language which is his own. So he says, "No, it is really amazing that she speaks in my language. Heavens is just an exclamation. I am the best of them that speak this speech. Where I but where it is spoken." So Ferdinand is trying to give himself airs. He is saying that I am the person who speaks this language the best in the place where I belong. I am the person who speaks this language the best among all the others who live in the place where I belong. Prospero says, when he hears these words of Ferdinand, "How? The best?" Okay, so you are demanding that, you are declaring that you are the best in speaking this language. So how the best? What wert thou if the King of Naples heard thee? What would your position be if the King of Naples, referring to Alonso, if he were to hear what you are saying here right now? Ferdinand, of course, is not able to hear Miranda, or rather Prospero, when Prospero makes this remark, or even if he does not really answer to that question. He says, "A single thing as I am now, that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples." I am a single thing. At the moment, I am all by myself, and I am really surprised to hear you speak about Naples. So Ferdinand is actually remarking in response to what Prospero has said just now. He says that I am single right now, and I am really surprised that you are talking about the King of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does, I weep. I am sure he can hear me, and because he can hear me, I am weeping, or I am crying. Why is it that he says that the King of Naples can hear him? Because he believes that the King of Naples has already died by drowning in the shipwreck. And so his soul, or his spirit, which is everywhere, can actually hear him speak. So that's why he says that I am sure he can hear me. And the very fact that he can hear me reminds me of the fact that he is dead. And so I have tears in my eyes. So he says, "Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes never since at ebb beheld the king my father wrecked." So right now, I think I have, by virtue of succession, because I am the Prince of Naples, I am now, though not officially coronated, but I feel that now I am the King of Naples, and my eyes have never since stopped weeping ever since I saw with my own eyes my father being killed in the shipwreck. So I have been crying ever since the shipwreck occurred, and I truly believe that he is dead, and because he is dead, I am now supposed to be the next King of Naples. Now Miranda says, "Alack for mercy." Miranda is, of course, shocked and surprised, and she says this as a mark of exclamation, "Alack for mercy." Alack is an old-fashioned word for alas, and then for the sake of mercy. Ferdinand says, "Yes, faith, and all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain." Yes, truly speaking, faith means I am speaking truly, or I can swear that all the lords and nobles who were with the King of Naples, along with the Duke of Milan, and they were all on board this ship, and his brave son being twain. So two, brave means handsome, two of the brave sons of the Duke of Milan, they were all on board, and they have all been wrecked, all have died in the shipwreck. And with that we come to page 47. Prospero speaks aside Again, it is meant for the audience, it's not meant for the characters present on the stage. And Prospero says, the Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee. So, Prospero refers to himself as the Duke of Milan. He says, the Duke of Milan and his more beautiful daughter can now challenge you, if now it were fit to do it, if this would have been the right time to do it. At the first sight, they have changed eyes. So, Prospero is actually saying all this aside, not within the hearing range of Ferdinand or even Miranda. And Prospero is remarking as to how the two of them have looked into each other's eyes and have fallen in love. Delicate Ariel, I'll set thee free for this. My exquisite, dainty spirit, servant spirit Ariel, for doing this so successfully, so well, I am going to set you free. I will set you free for this, he says. A word, good sir. Again he turns to Ferdinand and now he speaks aloud so that Ferdinand can hear him. He says, I want to have a word with you, dear sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word. I am afraid that you have done something wrong. Therefore, I would like to have a word with you. You have made an error or a mistake for which I need to talk to you. Now, Miranda says, now this sentence uttered by Prospero was done with a kind of strict tone in his voice. So Miranda is surprised why her father is behaving in such a rude manner with Ferdinand. So Miranda says, why speaks my father so urgently? Urgently means unkindly or roughly. Meaning is given alongside. I always tell you, keep looking at the meaning so that you don't have any confusion. So why is it that my father is speaking in such a rude and rough manner? This is the third man that ever I saw. This is the third man I have ever seen in my life. The first being Prospero, the second being Caliban, and now Ferdinand. The first that ever I sighed for, but this is the first man for whom I have really sighed. I have developed a longing in my heart for him. That means she is indirectly meaning to say that she is emotionally and sentimentally already moved by the appearance of Ferdinand, which means that she is in love with him. Pity move my father to be inclined my way. I wish that pity affects my father and he starts behaving in a manner which is more emotional and sentimental, just like I am feeling for Ferdinand. So I wish that my father should also treat him with kindness. So Ferdinand says, oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples. So Ferdinand already proposes to Miranda in front of Prospero. He says that if you are a virgin, that means if you are still single and unmarried, and if you have not given your affections to anyone else, that is, if you have not fallen in love with someone else, if you are still single and available, then I would like to make you the Queen of Naples. Prospero says, soft sir, one word more. Wait, sir, there is one word more I would like to tell you. And he speaks aside. They are both in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light a winning make the prize light. Meaning to say that these two have already fallen in love with each other, but I want to, this is a very quick happening. I don't want things to happen so fast. I want to make things tougher for both of them so that they see what happens is if somebody easily gets whatever he or she wants, then the value of that thing decreases. And so I don't want to allow this to happen. They should be struggling for it first, and then they should be able to achieve each other's love. And so I'm going to make it a little difficult for both of them. Otherwise, the meaning is explained alongside. The idea is that anything which is obtained easily seems to be of very little value. So I don't want that the prize or their achievement should be valued less. So he turns to Ferdinand again and he says, one word more, I charge thee that thou attend me. Here, listen to me. I have to tell you something more. There is more to what I have to tell you. Now I am ordering you to listen to me. I charge you to attend me, meaning to say, to listen to me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not. You are illegally claiming to be someone who you are not. The name that you have taken, the way that you have said that you are Naples and that you are going to make Miranda the Queen of Naples, it's not legally correct. It's not correct because you are not the king and you cannot make her the queen, therefore. And hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, the Lord on it. And I also accuse you that you have come to this island as a spy. Your intentions are not good. You have come here to take this island away from me. I am the Lord of this island, but your intentions are to take this island away from me. So I accuse you on 2 counts. First, that you are claiming to be someone who you are really not, because you are not the king of Naples. And secondly, you have come to this island as a spy. I believe you are a spy, and your intentions are to take this island away from me. I own this island, but you want to take it from me. Ferdinand, of course, these accusations are not true. We also know, but this is purposely being done by Prospero to put Ferdinand into trouble and difficulty. So Ferdinand says, no, as I am a man. No, I swear in the name of the fact that I am a man. It's a man's word. I truly don't have such intentions. Miranda, in the meantime, tries to persuade her father not to accuse Ferdinand in this way. She has hardly met Ferdinand for a few minutes and now she is speaking in favor of Ferdinand. Such is the power of love. There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it. So there cannot be anything ill residing or living inside such a temple. Temple in the sense, Ferdinand looks so handsome and good looking, and that's why she compares Ferdinand to a temple. So nothing bad can, nothing evil can live in a person like Ferdinand, who is so handsome and good looking. And even if the ill spirit or the bad spirit gets inside such a beautiful body, then it will turn into something good. Good things will strive to dwell with it. So with these lines, Miranda shows that she has already acquired a lot of wisdom. She tries to mean that such a good looking man cannot have ill intentions or bad intentions, and if at all any maybe quality, or if anything bad gets inside a person like Ferdinand, even the ill will change into something good. So she is pleading with her father not to accuse him of having bad intentions. But Prospero wouldn't listen. He does not respond to Miranda. He simply tells Ferdinand, follow me, come with me. And he wants to take Ferdinand away to do some tasks. So we shall see what Prospero orders Ferdinand to do in our next class. We have already come to the end of page 47 in the Tempest and Act 1, Scene 2, and we are now through with today's class. I hope you have understood. Anywhere anything is doubtful, if you find doubtful, you can always refer to my explanations. You can once again go back, play this video and listen to my explanations. So that's it for the time being. Thank you and goodbye.